Hey folks, welcome back to another episode. Today I got me this A7iii Crane M3, and what I wanted to do today is actually to test out some of these lenses on my A7 III body. So a lot of you may have questions about if this body and lens combination will fit on the M3. This one right here, as you can see, the barrel is a bit bigger. So we're gonna test these on the A7 III bodies on the Crane M3. So that's what we're gonna do today. And I'm gonna show you guys how I balance this and everything. So it's gonna be a long video, but I hope that you guys find it useful. All right, let's get right into it. I actually have not done any previous tests on this yet, so this is gonna be my first time on camera trying this out. All right, so bear with me. Okay, so first off, all the access are locked right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and always take out the caps when I'm balancing something, and then make sure that the screen is extended to where I want it to be. Now here's the thing, I can already see that with this setup, I don't think I can extend the screen very much. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep the screen down, and then let's go ahead and screw this base in. So I'm gonna go all the way over, because I know I'm going to need a lot of room to move. I lock that in. So for sure, I can already feel it. It's pretty heavy on the left-hand side. Now all the access are locked right now, so I'm going to go ahead and undo one of the access, which is, you can see right here. This is the front. So the front is super heavy right now. What that means is that I need to push the camera back. So as you can see, I have some room to work right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Push it all the way back. All the way back. Wow, it's still, oh, okay. This may work actually. Wow, look at that. Okay. This is the furthest that I can go right now, and looks like it may work. The thing is, this eyepiece is in the way, and it's touching this top part right here. So I may have to remove the eyepiece just to see if it works even better, but I'm going to go ahead and balance this to where it's right in the middle. Just slightly push it. There we go. Now it can stand on its own, kind of. So if I tilt it like this, it's still going down. That means that I need to go up and down on this piece right here. So I'm going to grab this little notch here and move it down. Okay. Looks like that's still front heavy, so I'm pushing it back a little bit more. Let's go ahead and lock this because I feel good about it. Look at that. A7 III on a Crane M3 with a 28 to 75 millimeter. This is incredible, guys, that I'm able to even do this. Wow, okay. So when you tilt the camera up like that and it stays, or you tilt the camera down and it stays, that means that that axis right there is balanced. So I would not touch that anymore. That's pretty good. Now again, when I move all the way down like this, the eyepiece do touch this thing. You see this? So it kind of bounces. Maybe I can remove the eyepiece. Let's see. So I removed this eyepiece. Oh, it's still touching it a bit. So yeah, I do need to move it up a little bit more. Okay, well, okay, so it's good to know that that's the highest that it'll go. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock this access right here. So, yeah, like I said, left is going to be super heavy. So let's go ahead and unlock this and then push it all the way over. Is this the furthest that it'll go? Yes, it will. So that's the furthest that it'll go. Now here's the good thing though. remember that base plate that I put at the bottom of here? I can actually move it over a little bit more. So let's see here. I'm going to take this thing off and let's go ahead and move it over. I believe I have a little bit of room to move over. So let's go ahead and do that. Pop it back in. There we go. So yeah. So that distributes the weight a bit more there. Okay. And there you have it. Okay. It's holding on. So what I've done is I've adjusted the up and down of this axis right here so that when I tilt it left or right, it would stay. So that piece right there is kind of key and critical to the balancing of everything. So that's staying there, kind of. This is still kind of like, because I've moved this up and down, that axis is messed up a little bit there. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up and see if I can move back even more. Okay, yeah, it's still dropping a little bit, but I'm pretty happy with it. As long as it's not dropping too much, that means that it's not going to wear the motor out for me. Yeah, I think I've screwed it up a bit more than I should, but that's fine. Okay, so that feels good right there. It's staying. Let's see left and right, see if it's staying. No, it's really not staying. That's okay. I feel pretty good about that. So I would say to me that's balance right there. The final one is when you turn like this, if it doesn't swing too much. Okay, so that's swinging a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust this. Make it go all the way back because I think this is pretty heavy for it. Okay, yeah, this is fine for me. So I guess what I would say about this is from a balance standpoint, it's fairly good. Not the best, but it's still fairly good, usable, I would say. Now remember though, when you are extending this lens out like this to zoom, is going to drop quite a bit. And so just know that when you're using the gimbal and you're zooming in, it's going to use up a lot more battery power, and because it's going to use a lot more motor to keep that up. All right, so let's go ahead and turn that on. Okay, so as you can see right here, this is gonna be a problem. You can't really like go flashlight mode on this at all because it's going to be fairly heavy, all right? Okay, so I think this is the most that I can go right here, mainly because of this eyepiece hitting this little motor right here. So I'd say that's the most that you can go. You can go all the way like this for this. This one you can tilt and like this. This is probably the furthest that you can go. Okay, so there are some limited movement when using a big setup like this. This is POV mode. So wherever you're pointing it. So I think this is going to be the best mode to use a heavy setup like this in. Where it's a POV mode, it'll keep everything balanced and nice and smooth. And it'll help you with the camera movement as you're moving. It's better than shooting handheld, I would say. So yeah, I mean that's the, to me, would be the worst case scenario right there with the Crane M3 with a heavy setup like this, is that POV mode would probably be your best bet.